Hello and welcome back to my channel. This video will be concerning Krudd, Invents the Titan Catastrophica by Crawler to Clamp and Croc. Now, I've covered Krudd already. Many of you might have first saw him in Harris Zhang YT's hybrid review series, and was the second S tier. I actually helped Crawler give some suggestions to improve Krudd for my hybrid war, and I think Krudd has truly hit his pinnacle of perfection. He is 32 meters long, 70 tons in weight, and has 12 total contributors, and also is nicknamed the Quaking Titan of Jerusalem, Krakatoa, Keith Krudd Rule, as I call him, if I haven't said this already, he has 12 contributors. It includes Mastodon, African, and Cape Porcupine. I think this is Chinese water monitor lizard, skunk, suscruffa, or wild boar, opossum, limpet, long-tailed pangolin, thresher shark, Marapunisaurus, and Shunosaurus. And here, this is their explanation for the genome. The base is Marapunisaurus because of how robust it is. Shunosaurus gives it a club on the end of its tail and also shrinks it down slightly, which helps with it being more mobile than other sauropods. Thresher shark boosts the cartilage of the animal and gives denticles across the body. Also, it gives extra congruity with using its tail. Speaking of stuff on the tail, the long-tailed pangolin. It gives it golden keratin scales across its limbs, flanks, back, and upper neck, as well as parts of the tail, and it makes the claws much, much sharper. North American and Cape Porcupine are used for their quills. Gothite limpet is used to increase the gothite in the armor, claws, and tail club. Skunk, it gives it scent glands, which can deter or straight up suffocate opponents. And since most opponents are not sauropods, they're within range of the worst case of pink eye one can ever imagine. Mastodon, it increases Krudd's intelligence, which normally isn't a concern for most sauropods, since they just need to be big. Krudd having the intelligence of one of the smartest things on Earth that isn't a human is genuinely concerning. Combined with my hybrid ward's slight lessening of the rules of reality, the Virginia opossum allows its tail to become more prehensile, and also allows it to become near immune to most types of toxin. Asian water monitor lizard is used for asexual reproduction, as well as extra congruity with its long tail. The suscruffa, or wild boar, is used for shock absorption thanks to a gristle plate on the chest, heightens the aggression, gives it ability to pant, which handles pretty much any heating problems it could have. Also, it improves the sense of smell and gives it thicker skin. Same with the Mastodon. And 6 out of the 12 are herbivores, and a decent portion of 6 being omnivores or insectivores. Only 3 animals in the genome are actually carnivores. I can't read that little bit, but 10 out of 12 walk on 4 legs and use them for locomotion. 5 out of 12 use their tails for defense, which is incredibly great for, well, the single main ability Krudd has, besides stepping on stuff. 11 out of the 12 are vertebrates, and that's I don't know what to say. Just Krudd is Krudd, and Krudd is awesome. And Crawler even gave Krudd a bit of lore. As Goji Center said, the hybrid doesn't just spawn. How does Krudd, survive to adulthood? they take after they take after penguins, and usually spend most of their time as while they're incredibly young, just clinging onto the tail of their mother. Um, and also they're born. They don't have quills when they're born, so they generally stay with their parents for most of their time. They have a matriarch that leads the group of Krudds, and it's called the Crusher with a K. And juvenile Krudds are, while still slightly vulnerable to predators, are still incredibly powerful and also live in a massive herd of other Krudds, so they're basically untouchable. Uh, the Shinosaur, they actually are thanks to the they can also grab onto stuff with their tails, thanks to the Virginia possum DNA, which at the size of an adult, like a crusher, I can feasibly see a Krudd either picking up an opponent and strangling them to death with its pangolin scales and porcupine quills stabbing into them and causing them to bleed out, or I see them use picking up rocks or trees to use as weapons, or if working in a team with some other hybrids, which will definitely be happening soon, it could possibly use its tail to fling its teammates across the battlefield as an easier method of transportation. Female Krudds are able to reproduce on their own thanks to the water monitor, but they generally prefer to mate, and asexual reproduction is a last resort. Okay, I just noticed that Crawler added a thing with let's just say Krudd has a prehensile sixth limb. The fifth limb was the tail, and it's because of the elephant. Fill in the gaps of what that prehensile limb was.